What's going on, everybody? We're back for another episode of Unquestionably Raw. Tonight, we're going to talk our 7 favorite films based on the hashtag of Twitter, probably about 4 or 5 days ago. And so we're going to do it by genre. We're going to start with crime, drama, thriller, suspense category. Then we're going to jump to the action category. Then that's going to be followed by the horror category. And then finally, we're going to get into the comedy category. And then at the very end, we're each going to narrow those lists down to our seven favorite films overall, regardless of genre. So we're going to kick it right off. And Q, I'm going to roll to you to start off the crime, drama, thriller, suspense category. So what you got for your 7 favorite?
Okay, number one, I'm gonna go with Zodiac. You never seen that movie? Check it out. Number two, I'm gonna go with Pulp Fiction. Number three, I'm gonna go with The Godfather. Number four, I'm gonna go with a recent movie called Prisoners. Number five, I'm gonna go with Fight Club. Number six, I'm gonna go with Silence of the Lambs. And number seven, I'm gonna go with American Psycho.
Okay, all right. And just for everybody watching, what we're going to do, we're all going to roll through our list, and then we're going to kind of discuss each genre in detail on why some picks were chosen and just reasons behind that at the end of everybody going, just so for everybody watching. Lance, you go next, man. What you got?
All right, so I got Goodfellas. I think a lot of movies. I'll get back to it. Goodfellas, Departed. I consider Dark Knight crime, suspense more than I do action because there's more storytelling to me. Let's see what else I can think of. 7 Pounds. I guess it's kind of suspenseful. It's not really a comedy or anything else.
Drama.
I would say drama. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, this is kind of hard. Pulp Fiction. Also another one. Trying to think of other ones. Those are the main ones that pop out to me, though. Oh, and The Prestige. I'll go with Prestige.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that indie, man.
Mike, what you got, man?
All right, so the crime, drama, thrillers, I kind of broke up crime in one group of 7 and thrillers in another group of 7. So I'm going to run them off.
That's fine.
Thrillers, I got No Country for Old Men.
Oh.
I got 7. I got Inception. The Game. The Prestige. Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh.
And Gone Girl.
Okay.
And then for the crime 7, I got Goodfellas, Heat, Dark Knight, The Departed, Pulp Fiction, The Professional, and The Untouchables.
Oh.
Is that the one with Robert De Niro?
Yeah, Robert De Niro. Yeah. Sean Connery, Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a sleeper right there.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, go ahead, man.
Well, I'm gonna just, man, Mike stole it. I got the Untouchables on my list too. I think I got 8 on here, but I'm just gonna say them all because I was just going through it. But I'm gonna just I got the Untouchables. I got the Count of Monte Cristo. I've got Field of Dreams, Silence of the Lambs, The Departed. I got 7, Primal Fear, and Spotlight.
Ooh.
Okay.
Spotlight was like my honorable mention.
Okay. And we'll, just for those that are watching, like I said, we're going to go into detail. We're going to have some honorable mentions that we're going to throw out that people haven't listed on their list. I'm just going to roll through mine. I've got The Departed, The Godfather, Heat, Goodfellas, A Time to Kill, Pulp Fiction, and my number 1 is Shawshank Redemption.
Damn it! How did I forget that? Oh.
But you know what? I put Shawshank on my drama, so.
Yeah. All right, so.
A Time to Kill, I forgot about. That's a real good one.
Yeah, it's underrated for sure. I think everybody had. Did everybody have? No, I don't think everybody had the Goodfellas and the Godfather in there.
I have the Godfather. I didn't have Goodfellas. It just missed my top.
Yeah. when I think of crime movies, I mean, you got to put The Godfather on your list.
Mhm.
A lot of people will throw out, Goodfellas as well, as being a top film. Basically, Martin Scorsese, came out with the Departed, and people praise that. I really like it, but overall, you can't really touch The Godfather. Um, for the test of time, so to speak. So,
It set the template of crime movies.
Yeah.
Do you all know anybody who doesn't like The Godfather?
Nah.
As a
That's
child,
Man.
I can't really say that I
As
do.
a child, I always liked Goodfellas, but as I got older, I appreciated The Godfather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where
I didn't like it.
I don't know anyone that doesn't like The Godfather. I once dated a girl who didn't like pizza, and I knew it wasn't going to work out.
Oh man.
Mhm.
what
Another
about
one-
nobody mentioned Scarface? Is that anywhere?
Yeah, I was
Is
just
that-
about to say.
yeah.
Took the words out of my mouth. Scarface.
I honestly think it's overrated. I'm sorry.
I gotta agree with Lance there. I honestly think, and I know if Byron were here, he would backdoor it. I think Carlito's Way was better.
It's better.
I was going to say exactly. Yeah.
Like, I just think,
Um,
because you got to remember, back in the 80s, it wasn't even, it didn't catch fire until late. It took a while for people to really, appreciate it. But
Yeah.
even then, I've seen a lot better acting performances from Pacino, and
yeah.
there was some moments in that movie, at the end, when he's pretty much on the stairway. I thought that was really cool, but
Yeah.
I
It
didn't
was a
think
wasted potential because it should have been longer. It should have been a longer scene. He just died so abruptly and all that.
Yeah.
I do like Scarface. I think Scarface has a special place in hip hop because
Right.
Everyone loves Scarface because it's like the rise of the dope boy who gets to be that, becomes that guy.
Right.
And on a narrative standpoint, it's nothing new under the sun, but there are subtle parts in there where you're like, you know what? There's some genius here, but it's overall as a film to me,
Mhm.
it is shrouded in a lot of just tropes and cliches that we've seen in a lot of other movies. But at the time, Scarface was one of the originators of that. But it definitely couldn't hold the candle next to Godfather. It was like the Spike TV version of Godfather,
I liked the ending though. I liked what it represented.
Yeah, it's like, yo,
Yeah,
the
they
world
come-
is yours and all that. That
Yeah.
scene is dope. I remember that scene. I think that scene inspired Nas to do Illmatic, so I like that,
That inspired 800 rappers.
Yeah.
What did Jay-Z say? Scarface the movie did more than Scarface the rapper to me.
Yeah, oh man, Lance with the quote.
Did anybody have another Quentin Tarantino movie, Reservoir Dogs? Anybody have that?
I don't know if anybody did.
I don't think anybody did.
I thought Q was gonna put it because I know he was talking about it in the beginning before we
No,
started.
I love that movie, but I just can't put it over. See, let me recite my 7. Number 7 was American Psycho. 6 was Silence of the Lambs. 5 was Fight Club. 4 was Prisoners. 3 was Godfather. 2 was Pulp Fiction. 1 was Zodiac. I can't put Reservoir Dogs over any of those films, but
I think fiction is better.
Even looking at, I'll just throw a couple out there just so
It's a lot of movies, man. It's hard to really.
they're dangling out there. Casino, another one.
Mm-hmm.
L.A. Confidential.
Yeah, that's a sleeper.
Fargo, another one on there, and
I mean, Training Day could go on there if you want.
Training Day could go on there.
I'm not huge on. I mean, I like that movie, but I don't. I'm not huge on it though. If it's on, I'll watch it. But if Goodfellas is on, I will watch it every time.
And one that
I'll watch it.
just barely missed my list was Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's a good one. That's a really, really
That's
good
a good crime drama. But I gotta go with Lance on that on Training Day. Training Day is kind of like the Scarface of its era because it's a good film, but it's overrated in a sense. People are like, oh, that movie is so good, and it's like when you see it, it's good storytelling, it's okay acting, but honestly, I can name probably 5 movies that Denzel was better in.
Exactly.
Denzel was killing that shit though, man.
Yeah,
Killing
it's
it,
funny
but
that
it's
took him to be bad to get the Oscar.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what was that, a Jadakiss quote?
Yeah.
But-
Wow. Yeah.
But it's
Denzel had to be cooking before he took it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like for me, like an underrated. I don't know that I would say it's drama, but then it's got a little bit of a. I guess you could say towards the end of the movie, it's got a little bit of romance in it. A Bronx Tale. To me, that's an
Yeah.
underrated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bronx
movie.
Tale hands down is
Yeah,
one of the
so-
best, especially with that role that that was De Niro, right?
Yeah, he was
So
the bus driver. The dad.
I remember
the
that
bus driver.
rule where De Niro was like, "Yo, if you take a girl out and and she gets in the car first, and she don't lean over and unlock your door, it's not gonna work out."
Yeah, that scene right there. Every guy I know that's seen that movie.
Ooh, guys, what about Men of Honor?
Oh,
Oh, De
Yeah.
Niro and Cuba Gooding
Dude,
Jr.
that was a great pair.
yeah,
That was a badass one.
that was a good one. I don't think
I can't get it in my top 15 though. It's good, but I wouldn't.
There's a lot of movies that we don't even think about that are like sleepers though. Like
Yeah.
some of them just work. Like that would. I don't know if it'd be in my honorable mention, but I just think it's worth like. saying.
I just recently asked people on Twitter if they seen this movie. I don't know if y'all seen this movie. I don't know. Pete probably seen it. Pizza Film File. There's a movie called Kids by Harry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kids to me, I said on Twitter just like maybe an hour ago. I said I have a theory that I can tell what kind of person somebody is if they do or don't like the movie Kids.
Yeah.
Because that movie is so raw and it's just so it's so guerrilla style filmed and it looks so fucking real. Like real quick, that movie is like almost a page out of my high school experience. Just for certain parts, like kids doing drugs and all. I think that's basically a
STD.
lot of
That's
kid
like
shit.
That's like
Component of
everything.
it.
That's like the new normal.
Yeah, like kids doing drugs and like the
HIV,
fucking
like,
dude. Like I know so many kids in my schools and all that shit. Like it's wild, but the whole tagline of that movie is the kids just ain't all right. And I think that's an underrated movie. But there's only two people in life when you watch that movie. There are people who think that movie is fucking fantastic, and there are people who think that movie is a piece of shit. And I think I can tell what kind of person somebody is if they do or don't like that movie.
Here's a controversial one, guys. It's very controversial, but Edward Norton was a beast in it.
American History X.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I like that movie.
It makes me cringe, but it's good. Like the acting is solid.
Have you seen the alternate version?
What's that?
Have you seen the alternate version?
Nuh-uh.
Where spoiler alert for everyone who's never seen American History X. Spoiler alert. At the end, when the dude kills his brother, he kills his brother. There's an alternate version of that movie where he's like, "Fuck what I just learned in prison. I'm going back to being a skinhead."
Wow.
Yeah, y'all should watch that version of the film. Like, dude, like the whole movie has no purpose in this version.
Right,
he went to prison. His brother gets killed. He's like, oh, these Negroes, fuck them, and he just goes back to getting his head cut and everything. Like, it's fucking crazy.
So much for character development, right? If they did that.
Like,
So
now we know why they left that version out.
yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense. Or it would, I guess, emotionally, but not what you built up Edward Norton after all the conflict he had in the beginning. It would
have made his character less redeeming.
Yeah.
Did anybody think about Wolf of Wall Street?
I thought about that, but I
can't put it on my list quite yet. It's too soon.
It's so good, but it's too soon.
I like it, but I haven't seen it since the first time, and I love Leo.
I love Wolf of Wall Street, but I couldn't put it ahead of Departed or Goodfellas.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of Scorsese's work, those two had to be my favorite. A lot of people quote Taxi Driver, but
we're forgetting about that, dude.
Taxi Driver is buck wild, man. I let somebody borrow that DVD, haven't seen it since. So.
That's why I don't rent out my movies because I'm.
You're never gonna get it back.
We could have said The Raging Bull. I mean, there's.
So many.
I mean, Robert De Niro's a god, man.
It's crazy because, dude, like he hasn't done roles like that in so many. Like he's
resorting to Dirty Grandpa now.
I mean, he doesn't have to prove
he's made
anybody.
His money. He's made his legacy. He's good now.
He doesn't have to prove anything to anybody. But once every couple years, like It's a really good film, like Silver Linings Playbook.
Right.
You know, and it proves that I'm still that guy.
Yeah.
But I just wish he gave us just one or two more ones where we're like, that's fucking De Niro right there, dude.
An underrated role for him. There was two movies that were underrated that he was in. One was Jackie Brown.
Oh, I was just watching that on HBO.
And
Rear.
what? Damn it! I just lost my train of thought of what the other one was.
Did you like him in American Hustle?
It's okay.
What
about that one with the fucking lake? You know what I'm talking about? Cape Fear. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
man, that was nuts. That
dude, he was
creeped
a
me
piece
out.
of shit in that movie.
That character made me disgusted with him. He was like what Matt Damon was in Departed. I hated him, but that means
True.
I hated him.
And honestly, that's the mark of a good villain.
Yeah. Like, I forgot it was a movie for like 30 minutes. I was like, fuck this dude. Like, part of my friends.
You know what? Hey, Lance, explain to me the Dark Knight pick. I heard your reasoning.
Yeah,
that's the crime list too.
It's more of an action to me because the action, I could go without a lot of action scenes. I just think the script and everything is on point. Like, I didn't even need that many like action scenes. Like, the story was built up so perfect without all the action. Like
the reason why I asked you is because Nolan said in his interviews when around that time. I remember this for like years. I used to cover like everything that DC was doing before Marvel really took off. And the one thing that I noticed about Christopher Nolan was he always said that my movies aren't superhero movies. Yeah. They're real-world films that happen to have a superhero in it.
Right.
And you know what? That's a brilliant observation. That's why I put Dark Knight on that list. Because one of my best friends, we went and saw Dark Knight when it came out. And he said that exact thing as we were walking out the theater. He was like, look, I've seen superhero movies before, but that was the Batman movie. That was a crime movie with Batman in it.
It's substance. It's substance. It has flash, but it's mainly substance. Like, the storytelling is perfect. Like, the character development, the change of like the way they did Two-Face.
Oh yeah.
So realistic. Like, what other man wouldn't do that after that happened to their fiance? Like,
and
he
even
went all out.
And the way they did Joker with the subtleties, like, a lot of people were blown away by his antics and his over-the-top stuff, but he didn't care about money. He literally burned a pile of money, and he was like, I like things that are, I like dynamite, gunpowder, and bullets. You know what they have in common? They're all cheap. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, my God, like,
because the one thing about the Joker, the biggest price that Heath Ledger paid for that role was his life, and it was the role of a lifetime. It was the performance of a lifetime, because he says, like, I remember reading like for days about that process that he went through, where he would just stay up for days on end.
Yeah, he
reading like serial killer shit and just watching documentaries, trying to get into the mindset of a fucking maniac, and he deprived himself of so much sleep. And he disturbed himself so deeply that he had to take the medication. So rest in peace to Heath Ledger. But, dude, that's why I was so pissed when he died, because after I saw it, I was like, man, you can't leave us now, bro.
Yeah.
Like now of all times? Fuck.
Yeah. All right, so do we want to go ahead and roll into action?
I think we should chop it up and do comedies.
Yeah, we should do comedy? Okay, we can do that. So, Q, I'm going to go into you first, man. We're doing comedy.
Okay, I'm going to start from 7. All right. For comedies, number 7 is Rush Hour 2.
That almost made my list.
Number 6 is kind of a spoof. It's kind of horror, but it's not horror. 6 is Scary Movie 1.
Oh, let me go with 2.
It is fucking hilarious.
Hey, that was a good series at one time. It was a good franchise.
Yeah, like the first 3 are okay, but anyway, 5, I'm gonna go with The Hangover Part 1.
Yeah.
Just because I had to. Number 4, this is kind of my generation, but Superbad.
Oh, yeah. Superbad is fire.
Classic. Yeah. Number 3 is Office Space. I love that movie. Number 2,
Mike Judge.
Yeah. Number 2, I gotta go Tropic Thunder. That is the most underrated comedy of all time, bro. That is the most underrated comedy of all time. Like no one ever gives that shit credit. But number one is the GOAT. It's Coming to America easily.
Oh
Easily.
yeah. I was
Easily.
mad that didn't make your list. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Lance, what you got, man?
All right, so Coming to America. I mean, that's probably my favorite Eddie Murphy movie.
Yes.
40-Year-Old Virgin, because that's pretty much what started it all. Friday, definitely. I mean, Friday After Next is okay, but Friday definitely. This is where it gets more. I'm gonna go with American Pie #1.
Okay.
Because, I mean, in that time, that was a really great series. I mean, 1999 to early 2000s really captivated a generation. Dazed and Confused, I consider that a comedy.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. Damn, man. And there's so many, honestly, dude, that I'm going to miss out on something. I can't really. There's too many of them, man.
You like Shaun of the Dead?
What's that?
Shaun of the Dead?
Funny as hell.
Those are good. But yeah, I can't. I mean, honestly, I can't think of anything else right now. But those are the main ones that resonate with me.
Okay.
All right, Mike, you're up, man.
Oh man! All right, so I'm gonna go backwards. Number 7, I got Bad Santa.
Yeah, really good one.
That's my favorite Billy Bob joint. Number 6, I got Wedding Crashers.
Oh, yep.
5, I got Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. Really Coming to America could be at the top, but I just got it at 4 because that was the 4th one I thought of. 3 is Tropic Thunder. I got a backdoor Q. I gotta agree with Lance. For number 2, I got Friday, and my number 1 comedy, just in order how I wrote it, was Guy Ritchie Snatch.
Okay.
That shit with Brad Pitt as the gypsy.
Oh yeah, the British.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Well, he's like a boxer.
Hey, isn't what's his name in that? Jason.
Benicio del Toro's in there.
Jason
Statham's
Statham.
in it too.
Statham's in there. That shit is nuts, man.
Yes.
All right, Matt, go.
Oh, okay. I've got Coming to America, Anchorman. I got Old School.
Oh,
Friday.
Frank the Tank.
I got Friday, The Hangover, Bad Santa, and I got an old one from probably like the 30s or the 40s. Funny as hell. My dad introduced me to it. A W.C. Fields movie called It's a Gift.
it's a gift.
Okay.
Yes,
Man, you don't go out in the vault. We're gonna have to
Okay.
Google out.
I have that movie. Every time I watch it, it's like an
Wide
hour.
open.
It's like an hour and 15 minutes, but it is funny as hell.
Oh,
The dude is always drunk, like literally drunk on set. He hates kids, and there's kids in the movie. And, it's fun. It's just hilarious.
That sounds like the original Bad Santa.
Right. I'm gonna round it out, then we can chop it up as far as our picks. Let's see. So I'll start from the bottom. So I had to throw an extra in there. So I had to throw Dazed and Confused as an extra in there because it was kind of tied with Half Baked, which was the Dave Chappelle comedy. Got that at 7. Let's see. Super Bad. I've got Step Brothers. I've got Friday. I've got The Hangover, Coming to America, and Wedding Crashers.
yeah.
Okay.
And Bad Santa would be in my honorable mention too. So
It's funny, man, because I'm not gonna lie, man. I freestyled a lot of this, but those are the main ones I think of. But definitely, Wedding Crashers is excellent. The chemistry between Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson is almost impeccable.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
People forget Bradley Cooper was in that as sack lunch guy.
Yeah.
Sack lunch guy.
Oh, that football scene is amazing.
Oh, and honestly, honorable mention for me would be Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, that movie's funny. When that movie came out, I was going through a breakup with a girl I've been for almost 2 years. So I was like, man, what fucking timing.
Yo, I want to take it back just real quick. I don't know if then we can keep going. But for like crime thrillers and psychological and all that stuff, dramas, Donnie Darko. Anybody?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Jake Gyllenhaal, man, he has a great film.
I was about to say, you seem like a Jake Gyllenhaal fan because you.
No, bro. Like that's my favorite actor. Like outside of like probably Denzel, like that dude can do no wrong with me. Like I mean, he's had a couple duds here and there, but they don't really get any.
Did you like Source Code?
Source Code is dope.
Source Code is actually good. It's underrated.
Yeah.
You know what one I just thought of with Jake Gyllenhaal? Freaking Nightcrawler.
Yeah,
that was a good one too.
I didn't.
I haven't got to see it, man.
That was a beast, but it was a slow burn. It was definitely a slow burn. I like it though, but Prisoners to me is way better than that because Hugh Jackman going ham in that movie.
Yeah.
But yo, for comedies, anybody a Blues Brothers guy?
Oh,
yeah, man, that's a classic.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, you know us from Chicago, love the Blues Brothers.
Hey, man, my dad and my uncle showed me that movie.
I mean, you got
Ghostbusters. I mean,
you got the like. It sounds bad, I guess, because the '80s movie, people aren't really gonna, I guess, know it that much. But Christmas Vacation, they're gonna know. But
that's funny.
Breakfast Club, a lot of people don't really. I guess you can look at that as a comedy, maybe a drama kind of elements to it.
It's kind of a mixed mash.
Yeah, hey, dude, that was a voice of a movie for a generation, honestly, and I think it can move over generations. Like it's so relatable. Breakfast Club.
Oh yeah,
for high school kids in general, that movie's so relatable, man.
That movie is timeless.
Yeah, dude. That just encapsulates all kids.
All right, let me throw out some comedies for y'all real quick. Anybody a Borat fan?
Not to me, not especially.
But it's comedy.
Comedy. What about What about Anchorman?
Yeah,
Matt threw that out
I think
there.
Matt said it.
Yeah, I said Anchorman.
I'm not honestly big on it, but a lot of people are. So I mean, it's just not funny to me. But
I just don't really get the comedy. I'm gonna come clean. I'm not a huge Will Ferrell fan. I don't really like any of his movies, but I respect his grind because he keeps his name in the.
I'm not actually a fan. The only two movies I think I can, the three that he's been in, Step Brothers, Old School, and Anchorman, are probably the only three I like of his.
I know you like Semi-Pro. I know you
no,
like.
I thought
like Holiday Nights.
I like it because Woody Harrelson was in it, and he's like, I got traded for a fucking washer.
Wayne's World.
Got traded for one.
Wayne's World's okay.
Wayne's World, I'm not really.
No, not bad.
I do like Austin Powers. Let's be clear.
Oh,
Austin Powers is funny as hell.
The first one, no, the first one.
Right. To me, all three are great, but the first one is just so fire, bro.
Waterboy.
Yeah, Waterboy's good. No,
yeah, and I like Adam Sandler. I mean, because Big Daddy was one of my favorites as a kid, but Waterboy probably more so. He's just maybe it's because of the way he makes his movies now that I'm just not the biggest fan anymore. Like
he's terrible now.
Nobody threw out
formula.
He's horrendous. He is horrendous now. He's just doing shit for money. But I'm definitely not mad at him. Clerks, anybody? Clerks?
Yeah, the first one.
First one
I should have put that in there. Honestly,
the second one was like
Yeah. I think a lot of people
Dumber?
like the first one because it's black and white. I think that's why a lot of people sleep on it. That sounds funny, but I really think so.
Dumb and Dumber, anybody?
What do you guys say? Office Space.
Yeah, I saw Office Space.
Yeah,
Office Space is underrated.
Right.
That shit funny as hell. I don't cause that boss is just like everyone's boss. Like I've never had it's just like, if you could just do that, that would be great. Like that shit is just always funny.
Coming on Sunday.
What about Dumb and Dumber?
Oh yeah, I like Dumb and Dumber. More for its time.
Right, because I mean that's
it really aged well.
Nostalgia reasons it's good, but
Ferris Bueller.
Dynamite.
Ferris Bueller is forever.
I was never big on Napoleon Dynamite.
No, see, I hated Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah,
dude, that shit is the first 3 times I watched it, I thought it was some of the most genius shit I ever seen in my life. I watch it now, and I'm like, man, this movie's about fucking nothing. This movie is about nothing. This movie is not about shit.
Are you see when they're like talking to, I think is it his uncle?
His uncle's trying to throw the football.
Uncle Rico is funny as hell.
I'll throw this football over that mountain.
Douchey.
Dude, Uncle Rico is funny as shit. Like let's be clear.
And Pedro.
I could have went all pro, right? Like, dude,
I'll throw this over the mountain.
And you know what? That scene is perfect because everyone has that uncle in their family. When they,
Exactly. You know what? I could have went to the NBA, right? He's trash.
Yeah.
Well, you know what we
I could
left
dunk
off?
a 15-foot rim.
You know what we left off? White Men Can't Jump. That can be considered a comedy.
We could put that up,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I
We
can't
had it in
believe
the
I left
sports
that off.
category.
I
I put
left
that on there.
that's a comedy all the way, because like
Yeah.
that whole movie we laugh,
Roasting.
especially that scene when they win the game and they're like, "We going to Sizzlers."
Yeah.
How about, let's see, some Jim Carrey movies. You got Ace Ventura, The Mask. You've got Me, Myself, and Irene. You've
Yeah,
got
I like Liar.
I like Yes Man.
Yeah.
Liar is
Man is
pretty good.
the most recent thing I like from him.
Where do y'all want to go next? I think we should go action.
Action? Okay.
Go action.
Hugh, start it off, man.
All right. Action number 7. I'm gonna go Full Metal Jacket.
Ooh.
Number 6. Number 6.
That could have won it all.
Number 6. Saving Private Ryan.
Okay.
Number 5. Give me Creed.
Okay.
All right. Number 4. Give me Skyfall. Number 3. Give me Matrix. Only the first one.
Yeah, only
Number 2. Give me Born Ultimatum.
Yep.
And number 1. Give me The Professional.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Lance?
All right. Y'all, I don't know if someone's gonna make fun of me for this, but I don't care. Exit wounds. Exit wounds.
Exit Wounds?
DMX, right?
Deadly.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's the next one.
I didn't see that coming.
That has a special place in my heart, man. That's when DMX. I loved DMX back then.
Him and Jet Li did like 20 years.
That's no. You're thinking of Romeo Must Die.
Yeah, no, this one had Steven Seagal. DMX.
Steven Seagal. That's
Seagal, DMX, and I mean Anthony Anderson.
That shit was funny as
so
hell.
next is Kiss of the Dragon,
Okay.
which is Jet Li, or the puncture things, which was really freaking weird. See, this is where it gets. I don't know. I guess it can be considered action because there's fighting in it. Rocky 2.
Okay.
It's kind of a reach probably, but
No, you could say action. It's a
No,
boxing
it's
movie.
actually those movies.
Die Hard, the one with
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep.
Okay, Die Hard
Oh,
with
with the
Vengeance.
Vengeance.
Setting. I like the New
Yeah.
York setting.
Okay.
See, this is where it gets really hard, man.
Kill Bill, anybody?
What's that?
Kill Bill?
Yeah, that can go in there. That can definitely go in there. And I guess, I mean, I got to put Saving Private Ryan because that's my great-grandpa that was in World War II. He said that's the most realistic depiction of it. So,
Yeah.
and that's how I'll finish my list off because then after that, I'm just grabbing stuff out of the air.
Okay. What do you got, Mike?
All right, my action movies. Number 7, I got Die Hard, the original.
Mm.
Number 5, number 6, Enter the Dragon,
Okay.
Lee?
Bruce Lee. I got number 5, Casino Royale.
Okay.
James Bond.
Yeah, number 4, Star Trek. The first one that shit.
The first one J.J. Abrams did?
Yeah,
J.J. Abrams or the
J.J.
New
Abrams.
generation then. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I had to clarify that.
Yeah, I thought you was going for back in the day.
I'm not the William Shatners. Number 3, Mad Max Fury Road.
Okay.
Number 2, the original Matrix. And number 1, John Woo's The Killer.
Okay. I'm with you on that one.
Okay.
Oh, Matt.
Matt, I want you to I'm looking to see what Matt says because I've noticed y'all have missed some ones that are like people going.
I've got Terminator 2.
Okay,
Judgment
that's what I
Day.
was looking for.
Yeah, I got Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I got Captain America: Civil War.
Okay.
I've got Commando, Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the 80s.
Okay.
I've got Drive with Ryan Gosling.
Ooh, that was a nice one.
Yeah.
I got Drive. I've got Bloodsport. And then I've got like a tie, Skyfall and Casino Royale.
Oh,
Okay.
That's a good list.
Okay.
What's wrong, Lance? I've
I
seen this.
forgot the Predator. The
Oh.
Predator.
I forgot Predator too.
Yeah, I probably would have put Predator above Commando.
I probably would have
That's
put
my
it.
favorite horror movie, dude. Like,
You know what?
what's the name's in it?
I
Carl
know
Weathers.
why Matt chose Commando. It's because Alyssa Milano plays his daughter in there.
She's
What's
like
up, Pete?
6.
She's like,
Nah, but she's fine now. She's fine now. I was young then. She was young. You know, we grew together, but she famous and I'm not. So I'm just saying.
you can love her from afar, right?
Exactly, man. I got love for her.
What you got, Pete?
Die Hard, the original.
Yep.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Terminator, the original. Lethal Weapon.
Okay.
Which one, 5?
No,
No, the original Lethal Weapon.
the original.
The only one that was way up here. Everything else was marginal.
Yeah.
Born Ultimatum.
Okay.
That's a good pick.
Con Air.
Oh,
Okay.
damn. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Nicolas Cage back in the day, back when he did The Rock, Snake Eyes, all that. Now, you can have him.
Right.
And I like John Cusack, but I know Q hates him.
I thought that was a beautiful movie. I don't care how corny some of it got. I thought it was beautiful, man.
I'm not a big fan of that.
I got Face Off, and rounding it out, I've got 2 movies I had to tie them. I got Tombstone,
Okay.
Oh,
and I got Gladiator.
Shit.
Okay. That's good.
That's a lot. Oh, my
All
God.
right, we missed a lot. I want to run a couple.
There was a lot, but it was hard for me to narrow it down.
I want to run a couple past y'all.
Go ahead.
Anybody in here a Star Wars fan? No one said any Star Wars movie.
I'm not.
Empire Strikes Back.
I'm a Star Wars fan.
Okay.
It was between Star Trek with J.J. Abrams and Empire Strikes Back because that's my favorite.
Empire Strikes Back would be on my
This is I love these movies, but it's not in my 7. But I'm personally surprised that Matt or Pete did not say the Raiders of the Lost Ark. I'm shocked.
I got it in my top 10, but I can't. I had to narrow down and because we
I feel
looked
you.
at it so.
I actually like The Last Crusade better, just because Sean Connery was awesome in that movie.
Yes,
Yeah,
he was
Sean
dope.
Connery made that movie.
Do you like the Temple of Doom, Pete?
Not
I love Temple of Doom.
What about this one, guys? Gone in 60 Seconds.
I like it because I like the car factor, but it wouldn't be I wouldn't even put it in my top 5.
It wasn't a great movie, but I like how they set up all the characters and how they got together.
I would put Fast 5. I would put Fast 5 ahead of that.
If you took away the car aspect,
dope.
I can't put it in my top 5 Nick Cage.
I want to talk about one movie real quick, Pete. Long Kiss, Good Night.
Ooh! Man,
y'all-
that is a sweet Samuel L. Jackson.
Y'all missed that one. Long Kiss, Good Night, though. Yeah, come on now. Long Kiss,
Man,
Good
that
Night is
dude.
fire.
Him and Gina Davis smoked that movie.
Yeah.
Dude, that was a really good.
That was a shit.
Yeah, that was a shit. I like that movie.
Nobody
Suspects?
Nobody mentioned Rambo.
I'm not big. It just wasn't I'm gonna tell you why I don't like that fucking movie. I'm gonna tell you exactly why.
Which one though?
The first one. He
Okay.
turned into a straight up bitch at the end. I did not like that shit. I'm like, no. I'm like, no, bro. Ruined the entire film. I said, no, he's done. He's done. Get him out of here.
But Cobra over Rambo, me personally.
Yeah, low key though,
Cobra.
but it's a really good one.
So, let's see, what else?
What about the first RoboCop?
RoboCop was good.
Man, honestly, we gotta quote Chubb Rock on this because RoboCop was a shock. I know a lot of us as kids, we thought it was gonna be good. RoboCop was better than everyone thought it was gonna be, and then the next 2 movies were absolute garbage. But that first RoboCop, it has a special place in my heart because that movie went hard. It went extra hard.
Yeah, that shit was really dope.
any Wesley Snipes movies like
Blade was good.
I mean, the first Blade was
Blade
pretty damn good.
Blade was pretty
First
fucking
Blade, man.
Even it wasn't an action movie, but it's another sneaky Robert De Niro movie, The Fan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, with Wesley Snipes.
That's kind of a thriller too.
That was really dark, man. That was like on some Cape Fear shit.
What about I have one. We could put this under horror also, but also action and Jaws.
Yeah, Jaws is only the first one. The rest of them, I won't.
I don't have as much of a problem with 2, but 3 is just absolutely a crime against humanity. Like that 3D shit.
What about 4? What about 4?
I didn't know there was 4.
Jaws the Revenge.
4 should have never.
When they had that psychic mom, she was seeing the fucking dude. The shark traveled from New York to Costa Rica to get their ass. No, I was done. I said, get him out of here. Spielberg would be rolling over in his grave if he was dead. Like, come on.
A low-key action movie for me, and it's Denzel Washington. One of the best movies I've seen him in. That's not like a.
Man on Fire?
It wasn't. Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Bang, my man.
Man on Fire. That's how the Punisher should have been.
That shit was dope.
That was good.
What about Three Kings?
Yeah, Three Kings.
With Ice Cube and
George Clooney, Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Mike
You know-
Steele.
I actually like the Kingdom better than I liked Three Kings.
You know what we forgot?
The Last Action Hero.
Oh, David
Oh.
Wayne.
That is a good movie though.
That's not too bad though, because Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It's all satire. It's all
Once again, for everybody who's watching, this is our favorites, not like what we would rate if we were critics. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is just personal favorites.
Right.
Because personally, I think Goodfellas is better than what I have on my list. Personally, I think Goodfellas is better than Prisoners, but it's not my favorite. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These are just our favorites.
Yeah,
obviously, don't get in the comments. How come y'all didn't say Godfather? Like, obviously, we're just saying like.
Right.
And it's up there. These are
Yeah, it's up there.
Right.
Like,
That's a well-respected film, and you'd be crazy not to respect it, but it doesn't mean it has to be your favorite.
Yeah. What about Let me ask y'all this. What about any of the Lord of the Rings?
No, those aren't. That's straight.
no.
I
don't
just
like
can't really get into
those.
Those would have been Byron's movies.
I turn that on to go to sleep, put on repeat, and I just go to
Dude,
sleep.
Byron would have had to get muted if he would have thrown out Lord of the Rings. So,
Hey, Mike, you missed it though. Byron was the first person to get muted on here.
and I couldn't. And then it froze on me, and I couldn't unmute him.
Byron stayed muted for
He
a while.
disciplined him for no reason. It was absolutely.
No,
real.
It was shameful.
Michael Thompson, I believe.
No, he. I just threw it out there because he tried to dog on Michael Thompson.
Anybody? I think I was the only one who said The Professional. Anybody else a fan of that movie?
I love
Yes.
that movie.
That's the assassin with the little girl, right?
Yeah,
The little girl is in that movie, right?
That's Natalie Portman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Natalie
Wait,
Portman
you know
grew
what
up
we
to be
didn't say?
quite fun. I can't lie.
We didn't say Natural Born Killers.
I did not like that movie.
It is okay.
That
Didn't
movie
do
is really
for me.
trippy, but to me it's good. It's just really trippy, dude.
Nobody said besides Lance, and I had to tell him. Nobody said Kill Bill.
I had The Professional on my crime dramas, but Kill Bill would probably make my top 10, and I do it as one movie because, really the first one was better, but the whole thing together
Makes sense.
Let's see. I would put, if I had to rank Tarantino movies, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown at 2.
Reservoir Dogs, Django Unchained would all be ahead of Kill Bill for me.
Man.
I did like what's his name?
Django.
The new one that he did.
I haven't seen it.
Hateful Eight.
I haven't seen
Hateful
it.
Eight was good. It was just long as hell, but it was worth the wait at the end. But Django's good. Like Django's one of those movies where you have to watch it with someone who's never seen it before because it just catches you off guard. Like, hold on, this is what this shit's gonna be about. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I was in the theater thinking it was gonna be another slave movie. Then I'm like, this nigga kicking ass in this movie. You know, I was like, all right, let's go. But yeah, the Professional, that's one of my favorites because it's just the right amount of creep without being like overly creepy.
Yeah.
Like in a couple of like director cuts, they almost had that shit going into like pedophilia.
Yeah.
But it was
It was already borderline, like it was already almost there.
They kept it just where it needed to be, where it's like, oh, that's cute, but it wasn't like him like touching, like that would have been like whoa. But it's right in the middle where it's like, oh, that's cute, she has a crush on him, but he's not really doing nothing. He's just like, yo, I'm like your fucking friend. In a couple of uncut versions, that shit would have been way more wild than anyone would have seen.
That.
Yeah. And it's really redeeming in the end when the way they edited that, because it really brought it to the end, because he killed dozens of people, and it was like he's taking care of this little girl who's an orphan now.
Yeah, and spoiler. When he walks out in the guy's gear at the end, I wanted him to make it so bad. I was like, please make it home, bro. Please make it home. And then he turned around, he ended up killing his ass, but he got him with the bomb. I said, man, that's gonna be so sad. But that soundtrack was fire. That soundtrack
is fire. I always thought in the back of my head at the time I saw it, it would be a nice premise if in the future, like that the little girl grew up to be an assassin. But part of me is like, you know what? Hollywood destroys so many remakes and sequels. Yeah. Like 20 years later, just leave it alone.
You know what, Mike? I'm gonna ask you this: would you like that if they brought in like the people who worked on it to do like a Netflix series? I would kind of fuck with that.
Like an 8-episode series.
It'd have to. If you brought in the original people and you had Natalie Portman do it, or somebody that could at least fool you into thinking that's what she looked like when she growing up.
Yeah.
Then I could probably roll with it, because Netflix on the low is killing the series game right now.
It is.
People are sleeping. They are killing it slowly.
I have one for Pete and Mike. I'm pretty sure y'all seen this movie. I'll count this as action. As much as there was like not really any guns, there was action in the game that they were playing. Rounders.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Rounders.
Yeah, definitely underrated.
Yeah, and you know what? They're supposed to be making a sequel. I saw that with the original people and everything.
They keep saying they're going to do it, then they throw it in development hell, and then it comes back. It's kind of like the reboot of Friday the 13th. They keep saying it's going to happen.
Oh goodness, let that shit rest.
Yeah,
that shit needs to go. But
we forgot Blow.
Johnny Depp, that's good.
Oh, good.
That one hits skills.
Brooklyn's finest.
Any ones that we missed before we move on, Pete?
Mike, no Transformers. The first one.
First we missed.
I could say Overdose.
Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started.
No, I'm talking about the first one, Mike. The first
one was not bad.
Swordfish, anybody?
It was straight.
I mean, it's okay.
It was straight. It didn't make my list. It didn't make my top 20 action movies, man. And I love Transformers.
Spartacus, anybody?
The original?
Yeah, the original.
How about Boondock Saints?
The first one, not the second one. The second one.
Not the second one. The first one, yeah.
Cool as hell.
I just don't.
I got an action we didn't even mention. Equilibrium.
Ooh,
yeah, that's a good one.
I tried, man. I just couldn't.
Did it put you to sleep, man?
Yeah, it was like a wannabe Matrix or something to me. It just seemed like, I don't know what. I couldn't do it, man. I love Christian Bale, but nah. Christian
Bale's dope. I just can't really get into a lot of his movies outside of Dark Knight, American Psycho.
Have you seen Prestige, though?
Prestige is dope, but not because of him. It's dope because of...
No, man, don't do that. But what about Fighter?
No, I got a backdoor him on that. He does a great job, but Hugh Jackman murders it.
Hugh Jackman is that man. Like let's be real here.
But him in the Fighter, bro, he played a perfect crackhead. He stole the show from Wahlberg in that Fighter movie.
Oh yeah.
Deadpool, anybody? Just
he was really throwing rocks.
Deadpool.
Deadpool, anybody?
It was okay.
That's my shit. But it's too soon.
If
So,
I had to
You know what? Because I'll forget one drama that I totally forgot about that I can't believe I forgot about. Fresh.
Oh yeah, with Samuel L. Jackson,
Yep.
where
Yeah,
like he's tutoring the kid and like
Yeah,
they're playing
with
chess,
chess.
but he's moving weight.
Did we do dramas already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's no crime and drama. We remember we mentioned them both.
We kind of messed it all up. What about if we're gonna go back, because I think we should move on to doing
We're gonna do horror,
we
right?
should do horror
Yeah, we're
next,
gonna do
right?
horror.
What about when like for the like dramas and all that 1 hour photo? That's so underrated.
Hey, that was some creepy shit with Robin Williams.
Hey, dude,
That was
I
creepy.
appreciated that role though, man. It's something different. I like
That was creepy, but I'll tell you this: the mark of a good movie or of a good antagonist for me is if I can understand where he's coming from. I completely understood why Robin Williams did what he did. It was just creepy as fuck. I wouldn't do it, but I understand his reasoning. At the end of that movie, where like she's like, "Why did you do?" Because he has like them at knife point and shit.
Yep.
And you think he's about to go like full Shawshank on their ass, like, but he's not. And he ends up just going away, and he ends up like walking away, and they end up asking him at the station, "Why'd you do what you do?" And the most heartbreaking part of that is that you finally understand why, because he's like, "I think people who do things to children should be punished severely." And you're like, "Oh, I get it, okay." The father's neglecting his son, and Robin Williams was abused as a child. That's why he wants that family to be happy, because that father's not really taking care of that family the way he should be. So that shit put a whole other dimension on there. But it comes across as just simply this stalker movie, but you understand why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, anybody good before we move on? I know we got to
keep
do
going.
more. Good Will Hunting.
I was about to say that, but is that drama or like?
We can
I
put
put
that
it under
under
drama.
drama, yeah.
Because you see,
That's a good ass.
I was gonna say that, but
I separated, because I split them up as like crime, drama, and thriller. So like when I
Right.
did this drama, I got Shawshank, Do the Right
Yeah.
Thing, Usual Suspects, Recruiting
Yeah.
15, Perks of Being a Wallflower, Good Will Hunting, and A Beautiful Mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
we forgot about Usual Suspects. We didn't even mention that.
I threw it out there.
Yeah.
What about, for action
I'll
movies?
show us how
Action
we
movies.
You know, Q, you know what one I'm surprised you didn't say, Q, because I think we talked about it. I don't know if it was last week. John Q.
John Q is
Yeah.
dope as hell,
That's
man.
another good one.
That's my favorite Denzel performance. That is.
So about John Q, let's do this. I
If
love
you-
Denzel in that movie, but I
Yeah.
swear to God, everyone else in that movie is horrible. Because they got a bunch of extras.
Damn.
Denzel, I'm sorry, Denzel was a whole.
You know what though? I don't think the other characters really mattered though. To
No, it didn't
No,
matter.
but-
Like, dude, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you on your first watch, if you didn't tear up watching Denzel go,
Absolutely, man. I teared up. I'm not gonna lie. I shed a little bit of a tear. I did.
I know. I go full out baby.
Dude, like everyone wishes their dad loved them that much. Like that shit was so fucking good, bro. Like that was so good.
That scene when he's on the walkie with the negotiator, and he's like, "I will not bury my son. My son will bury me." Oh, shit.
I got another one. Samuel L. Jackson spilled the negotiator.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
That's a good one too.
All right. So, okay. What about this, guys? Snakes on a plane.
Hey, a low
Man.
key one that people
Well,
don't really
that's
know about. Amos and Andrew for Samuel.
Amos
L.
and
Jackson.
Andrew. I've never
yeah.
seen that. I've never seen that.
You never seen it? You gotta see that. That's a low key.
I got one that we didn't talk about for action movies, but we should talk about it before we move on to horror.
Yeah.
Point Break, the original Point
Keanu
Break.
Reeves, Patrick
Yeah.
Swayze. Now, we're gonna go Patrick Swayze. I gotta go Roadhouse.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey man.
Roadhouse, hell yeah.
Roadhouse.
The
Roadhouse.
original Speed. The original Speed.
Roadhouse.
Speed, yeah, that's another A.
Speed.
That's another
Roadhouse.
Every time I hear Roadhouse, I think of that Family Guy.
Family Guy shit, hell yeah. Well,
Hey,
let's
if
move
we're
on.
talking Keanu Reeves, you gotta look at The Devil's Advocate.
Yeah. You know what's another action movie it's kind of a comedy to me because it's so ridiculous, but fucking Face Off.
Yeah, I
Chill
named that.
out.
That was on my
Yeah,
list.
Pete named that.
That is I love that movie.
Yeah.
I have a thing for movies where they say the title of the movie in the dialogue. It's like
Yeah.
I want to take his face off. Like that scene,
Yeah.
it made me laugh. Like, oh my god, they said the name of the movie.
Yeah. All right,
Let's
so
go to horror, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to horror, bro.
All right.
Okay, I'll start.
Horror.
Horror number 7.
Okay.
Give me The Conjuring. That's a good one. I love that movie.
Okay.
Number 6. Give me Evil Dead.
Okay.
Number 5. Give me Halloween, not the remakes, the first one.
Okay.
Number 4. Give me Friday the 13th.
Which one?
The very first one.
Okay.
Like basically, like I think was it even called Friday the 13th?
Back when his mom
Yeah.
killed everybody?
Yeah,
Yeah,
his mom
that was Friday the
killer.
13th.
Yeah.
That was the best one.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Number
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
They got him.
No.
Oh, the Gremlins.
Gremlins.
Scotty.
Gremlins.
Oh.
That's a next year movie.
Yo.
Hey, that's all right. We can go back to him.
Yeah, we'll go back to him. We'll get him back and go back to him. But go ahead and go, Lance.
Pet Cemetery.
Okay.
Conjuring. The original Exorcist. Man, what else I was going to say? I mean, the original Freddy Krueger.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, that one holds close to me. It's probably my favorite horror franchise of all time.
Okay.
We'll go with original Michael Myers.
Halloween.
Yeah, the original one. Original Halloween.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, that's the original one. The scene where she's in the closet with the hangers. I think the Conjuring's already been said. Those are pretty much mine. It's hard for me to go into horror because nowadays it's mostly gore than anything. I will say for a story, Saw 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I mean, it's really disgusting. It's hard for me to get into it, to watch it all the way through. But I just love the twist that he throws in there. Like at the end, you always think he's like dead or something, and somehow he gets a minion to help him out. So I'll throw in Saw 2 in there.
Okay.
Other than that, it's hard for me, man. Like there's.
What's up, Mike? What you got on the horror? I know you're not a big horror guy, but throw a few out there if you got any.
The closest I can come to horror would probably be Cabin in the Woods, just because it's so hilarious.
Okay. Okay.
Other than Cabin in the Woods, I like more like horror spoofs, so like Evil Dead.
Scary movie.
Yeah, I probably the last ones I saw were like The Ring, Blair Witch, Resident Evil. I saw a lot of recent ones.
Okay.
Which one was the Jason when the kids were at camp? Was that Friday the 13th, like 2 or 3, when he jumps out the lake with the machete? That shit was scary.
That was 4. Was it 4? Because it had Corey Feldman in it as a kid.
I think so. Yeah, that was the only scene that got me because they were on the boat and he just jumped out the water. I was like, oh shit, he can swim.
Right.
And then if I had to throw in one more, like a horror film, I'd probably throw in I'd probably throw in like Hostel, something like that. It's kind of the closest I can think of like a horror film.
Mm-hmm.
What you got? What you got, Matt?
Okay, I got everybody. I got The Strangers.
Okay.
I've got It.
Okay.
I've got the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
I got Saw,
Yep.
Candyman, and this one right here is more nostalgia purposes. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can
And then I
still
got-
scream. You can,
And then I've got Sinister.
Ooh, okay.
Really,
that's newer, right?
yeah, really creepy.
I've got The Shining. I've got The Collector. I've got original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Mm-hmm.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Which one though?
The one with Jessica Biel.
So the newer one?
Yeah, the newer. I like the original, but I like the newer one because
I like the one with Matthew McConaughey.
uh,
That one was trip. That one was crazy, but
that was the what 94 I think that was.
yeah, it was
that you
like
did that one?
it was weird. That one was really weird.
I got Stephen King's It. The first half with the kids because that shit I still traumatized to this day.
Yeah.
And I've got The Strangers because I mean, come on, you can't watch that shit in the dark. I'm sorry,
You can't.
I don't care how old you are, you got to be creeped out. And for me, because I already don't like to fucking fly, Final Destination.
Okay.
Oh, that one makes me scared to live in general.
Now I'm gonna throw one out there that's a sleeper that I had on my list, but I took it off because I kind of have it as a drama thriller sci-fi. Is The Butterfly Effect?
That's good. I'm gonna go. Are you done with your list, Pete?
Yeah, I'm done.
I just remember when I was supposed to say Silence of the Lambs. That's to me a horror film. Silence of the Lambs, and then my other one is Salem's Lot. Not the '70s version, but the one with Rob Lowe.
The newer one, yeah.
TNT. I love that one.
We got Q back.
My fault, yo.
No, you're good, man. Hey, your list was so fire, man. You had your.
Yeah, like the fucking internet was like, nigga, cut this nigga off right now.
All right, hey, so for the audience,
he said, let that bitch breathe. No,
roll back through your list from 7. Count it back down for everybody.
Okay, let me just get this open one more time. I think I said number 7 was The Conjuring, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me just get this open, y'all. I got my shit on that Word document. Just bear with me here. Somebody else can go real quick and just come back to me.
Oh no, we already went through all that.
We're just rolling. We're throwing honorable mentions out there now.
Oh, honorable mentions. All right.
I'm gonna throw one honorable mention while you get your list, and this has a short story. Child's Play 2.
Ooh, yeah.
Which one?
Child's Play 2.
Oh yeah. Okay.
My short story is I went to the Haunted Mansion at Universal Studios, and they basically have all the Universal monsters dressed up, Jason, Freddy, all of that. And it wasn't really messing with me because I'm like, yo, it's fake. It's fake. Bro, I walked in this room, and it had nothing but Chuckies, and they were, like, popping up animatronic
Hell no.
But then one jumped up and ran past me. Ran to the emergency exit. It was a wrap. I was done.
Did you lie now? Did I see that shit?
I got my list up, y'all.
Yo, go Q.
All right, number 7, The Conjuring.
Gotcha.
Number 6, Evil Dead. Number 5, Halloween. Number 4, Friday the 13th, the first one. Number 3, The Thing. Number 2, Scream. Number 1, The Shining.
Nice. Okay.
The Thing, they got mentioned. Which one though? Because there's like 5 of them.
The original John Carpenter film.
All right.
Gotcha.
They keep on trying to come out with that shit.
Nobody threw out Psycho. Nobody threw out.
Are we talking about 98 or are we talking about the 1950 something?
The original Alfred Hitchcock.
I will not
that
lie.
was good.
When I'm taking a shower, I think of that scene sometimes. When I'm like,
that movie is not. No, fam.
I open my eyes, even if I'm shampooing it, I just open my eyes in the dark.
Fam, let me tell you something right now. That movie is the reason why I do not shower with the doors not locked. I lock my doors when I'm showering for that shit, bro. I don't trust that shit. I don't know.
I got a backdoor both of y'all on that, but not from Psycho. It's from freaking what is that movie with Bruce Willis and Sixth Sense, where he's like, I see dead.
Yeah.
That movie never really scared me.
That scene comes up with the oatmeal. That ruined oatmeal for me. I can't eat oatmeal.
The lady with the throwing up? Yeah, that scared me the most.
Are you talking about the lady who's like in the kitchen and shit, and she's like anemic or something?
Nah. Spoiler alert for those of you who haven't seen Sixth Sense. But the scene where they go to the funeral and the little girl puts the video on.
Oh yeah.
But she pops up under the covers at the little boy's house and she throws up on him. Yeah.
No, bro. The scariest part of that whole movie to me was seeing that nasty bitch. Oh my god, the fucking mom. She was poisoning the daughter, dude.
Yeah,
No, I wanted to kill her ass right there, bro. Cause she was
it was
like,
kind of a giveaway because she's wearing a red dress at the funeral, and she was the stepmom.
bro, the stepmom was a bitch. Oh my god, she was just like, oh yeah, I got something for you.
Yeah, if you haven't seen
I'm
the
like,
Sixth
nope.
Sense, there's something wrong with you. I'm sorry.
I said, fam, get her ass up out of here with that, dude. I wanted to strangle her. She was just so annoying.
I think we're in agreement that that's probably M. Night Shyamalan's best work.
Well, yeah, because he's like very hit or miss, and I mean,
I
That new one
disagree.
he's got coming out.
that dude is like that dude is like last year Kobe with his shot percentage. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My favorite Shyamalan movie is actually Unbreakable.
Yeah, Unbreakable. Yeah.
Oh, that's him.
Samuel Jackson.
That was like Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Unbreakable's good.
Where he's got those people held captive like in the house, and
You
that
see-
damn split personality dude that has like 12 personalities. Like it's coming out. It's supposed to come out early 2017.
Are you talking about the one? Oh yeah,
think
James
of the name
McAvoy. James McAvoy, where he's playing like that priest, and the whole premise of the movie is like this girl's been captured by one of his 12 personalities, and he's a good priest, but he has like 11
Split.
bad personalities. And
Yeah, it's called Split. It's coming out 2017, January 2017.
You know what? I do like The Visit. That was pretty good last year.
Yeah, I was about to say that was pretty good.
What
He's
about,
only like he has 3 terrible ones to me. Like The Happening, Airbender.
The Happening was horrible. Oh my god.
Happening-
Signs was dope.
Signs was fire. Signs was great. Signs was great. But to me, it's The Happening,
was trash.
After Earth, and Last Airbender. Everything else was just Like Lady in the Water is not terrible. It's just
not
fucking
good.
boring as shit. It's just boring
not
as shit.
good.
It's just boring as hell.
It's hard. I mean, it's hard to have Sixth Sense, and it's like, man, how do you ever live up to that? I'm sorry. Like,
Still, Unbreakable is the best.
Unbreakable to me is the best movie because that's like a what if Superman didn't know he was Superman. Like that shit was really good. Signs is great. Sixth Sense is great. The Visit was like a good return for him. I enjoyed that movie. If you have not seen that movie, spoiler alert. Have you seen that movie?
I've seen
I've
it.
seen it.
All right, watch it. Who hasn't seen it?
I haven't seen
I've
it.
never heard of it.
Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it. I want everyone who's not seen that movie called The Visit from last year. It's the one with like the grandparent and they go to visit their grandparent.
the
Watch
kids,
that movie.
yeah.
You know what we forgot? This is kind of random, but we forgot Devil's Advocate.
I threw that out there earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
We put it out there on the earlier list, but that ending was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, what
Sorry
is
to
one
throw
of
it
those
all off.
movies
I just want to make
with
sure
a
we
mind fuck? No, we got time. We gonna break this
Identity
down.
is another one that's a mindfuck type movie.
Dude, I love mind fucks. Pause. Dude.
Mindhunters is another one.
I do like whatchamacallit, Blair Witch Project. The first 30 minutes. After that, when
I never liked it. I
like it after that.
when you realize,
I went back and watched it. I was like, I was scared of this shit.
when you realize that nothing is about to happen, you're like, oh, this shit is dumb. But for the first 30 minutes, I fuck with that movie. It's like,
That was Paranormal Activity before Paranormal Activity existed. With the camera.
Dude, and the thing is, like, that's like
first one. They were the prototype for that whole genre of film.
Yeah, like Cloverfield. I thought that was supposed to be like they like advertised it like as a really badass movie. I saw it. Cloverfield didn't live up to half.
What about The Purge?
The Purge was
that shit,
Sinister.
man, that's creepy. I can't watch that.
Sinister.
I don't like Sinister.
Sinister. Sinister's freaky.
But
Sinister creeps me the fuck out. That shit is like, nah, dude.
Nobody threw out The Exorcist.
I did.
See,
Did you? Okay.
I had the original Exorcist. The spider walk down the stairs every time.
You see, my blackness will not permit me to watch anything with the devil in it. I cannot.
Dude, I'm
kidding. I'm kidding.
I don't go around tarot cards.
Oh,
I will throw that shit out the window.
No, black. See,
who's seen Stigmata?
that's
Ooh,
you wild.
Rosanna Arquette.
That's just gross. That's fucking gross, bro.
Yeah, but that shit is crazy. My mom made me watch that shit. I'm like, Mom, this is bad parents in here.
Your mom was like, hey, sit down, let's watch Stigmata. I'm like, who the fuck?
What about Carrie? No one said Carrie.
Carrie is
Carrie's
another one.
good.
Prom
Carrie's
Night.
more like Carrie's so 80s.
Hey, man.
It is good though. Fright Night.
Fright Night's another one.
Right, yeah, Fright.
Yeah.
Christine.
Anyone say Poltergeist?
No,
that's a good one.
I threw Poltergeist out there.
The TV is scary. That TV part.
Oh yeah.
What about Christine? With the car.
Yeah, that was
The Hitcher, the original.
Did Matt say the others?
No.
Sorry, the Strangers.
Yeah,
I said the
Strangers.
same
Yeah, I
thing,
had it on my
yes.
list too.
I haven't even
That shit, please, yo. Like,
But
if
that
you
other
are
big
real,
dark-
rob that house or something, or
no, if you are,
I've never seen it.
if you are a real one, bro. If you all are a real one, to those watching, to those listening, because we're on iTunes also.
we are.
If you, we
We
are
are now, yeah.
If
Really?
Why
you,
didn't you tell me this? I would have subscribed. I have.
goddamn, well, subscribe. It's Unquestionably Raw. Please subscribe. Because,
Hey, after every episode, it's up on iTunes within 24 hours.
All right, well, let me
So-
go in this bitch.
What I'm trying to say is, The Strangers. That movie came out like 2006, 05 or something, if I'm not mistaken. 07 probably. And
07, yeah.
It's about like this couple that's just home, and these people will not stop fucking with them, and it's just like, what are you doing? It starts out. I'm not gonna spoil the whole movie. I'm gonna just give you the first 3 minutes. They're coming back from this party. The husband goes to get like some beer or something. I don't know what he goes to get, but the wife is home alone, and they're kind of having like relationship problems. Then like out of nowhere they have like this doorbell ring. I'm sorry, not doorbell ring. It's like a knock on the door. It's like the woman goes. She goes to the door. She looks through like the peephole, and it's like this woman just outside, like, "Hey, do you know where so and so is?" And she's like, "No, he doesn't live here." And she and her being a dumbass, like, "No one's here. I'm sorry."
You got the wrong house, basically.
Yeah, wrong house. And then that was the green light. People start fucking with them.
I'll see you later.
If you are a real one, and if you want to, like anybody can shoot a gun, anybody can fight. If you're a real man, watch that movie Home Alone at night, no lights on, and tell me how you fucking act after. If you're a real man, do that. I'll be impressed about that. That's a scary ass movie.
Yep.
If you a real one.
If you're a real one.
And,
Another one.
Like I threw out like another. I don't know if it's really like I threw out The Collector, but like if you watch that and just in the dark, like as far as like the scenes in the house, like dude breaks in, tries to get out, and like all the traps were set, and I couldn't do it. But
anybody a Rosemary's Baby fan? Not really. I'm not really.
I wouldn't say I didn't like it, but I was like, it's okay. Like
Texas Chainsaw. Anybody said
I
that?
threw that out there. Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw. Which one?
I threw out I like the original and the one with Jessica Biel as my two favorites, but
see, Jessica Biel, she does something to me that not a lot of actors can. Like she's that type of actor where she's not a great actress.
No.
But her face and just her body gets me by, like on
exactly.
I fuck with you.
Candy. She got candy.
Like I fuck with you. Like, and she's one of the only few who can do that. Because I like to call myself I'm a very jaded critic when it comes to movies. Like I don't really fall for a bunch of tropes and shit. I'm very pretentious. I'm not gonna lie to you. But Jessica Biel is one of my very few weaknesses in a movie where I'm like, I can get by with this thing. Because I watched that terrible ass Chuck and Larry movie.
I was just about to say, when she took that, man, that made the whole thing.
So how was
her, bro?
No, so how was Stealth, bro? How was Stealth?
Stealth.
Hey, Jamie
I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is. Like, see, whenever I watch her movies, I don't even pay attention to the plot. I'm just watching her for what it is.
She was one of the
Did anybody
firefighters.
say Alien?
Oh no,
Anybody say
Alien's
Alien?
another one.
Dude, we
I'll
forgot
take it.
Sin City or whatever.
I don't know if you can qualify that as a horror. I think that's
Yeah, I
more.
wouldn't
I know.
put
I'm
that.
just saying. I'm throwing out. I keep thinking of shit we keep forgetting of just of
Oh,
all
okay, yeah.
genres. Dude.
Just like overall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's coming back to me. I mean, I'm freestyling, honestly. I have the movies in my heart that I know, because I usually
Yeah,
just
that's all
do
good.
a top 5, so 7's kind of hard for me.
It's all good. No. Shit. Anybody said Candyman?
Yeah.
Matt threw that out.
Matt said
Yeah, I said Candy. Yeah,
Man,
No
Candyman.
one said Hellraiser.
that is the blackest choice you could ever say. That like
Hell,
Candyman is black folks like
Bloody Mary.
nightmares,
That's
dude.
Black people Bloody Mary, huh? Say it 3 times.
Dude, we do not fuck with that.
Jeepers
We were like,
Creepers?
nope.
Yeah,
That's a
Candyman.
good one.
Like
Jeepers
Candyman is like
Creepers.
Jackie Robinson of horror monsters.
Wow.
Dude, Candyman for black kids is like, the tarot cards for what white people. It's like, no, we won't do that. We won't do that shit. No.
Yeah,
We just
I
like,
did not fuck with that, bro.
like black folks would get in the mirror and say Bloody Mary because we believe in Jesus and everything. But we do not fuck with that Candyman shit, dude. Like, I'll tell you that. While we're on horror, it's not pertaining to a movie, but they've done this in movies. Has anybody ever played with a Ouija board?
Nah,
Yes.
man.
No.
I was actually about to mention that, man. I was once at a party in high school, and they were like, "Hey guys, we're gonna play with the Ouija board," and I saw that shit, and
knock you the hell out.
I would have said, "Hey guys, I'm going home."
yeah, what was that movie with the witches? It was
Oh,
like,
the chicks, the craft.
yeah, The Craft.
Dude, where she
That's
messed up
why I
that
fuck with
woman's
the
hair,
Ouija
the hair, took her hair out and shit. I was like, oh my.
Yeah. That's why I don't fuck with the Ouija board. I saw that movie and they broke out the Ouija board and it was a bunch of white girls that looked just like the girls in the movie. I was like, nah, man.
Dead ass. Like I have a teacher. I have a real quick story about a Ouija board also, and it's kind of wild. I have a teacher in my high school back in maybe 2012 or something, and this is stuff wild story. So Mr. Savino is my guy. He's from NY. And he's he's a real cool old cat, dude. Like, he was just a real cool guy. And he would always tell us stories about his past. He went to the second Woodstock and all that stuff. He went to a lot of historical events. He's old. He's like 60 years old. He looks like he's fucking 40. Just real quick, and then we can wrap this up with our 7 favorites and be out. He told us a story about a Ouija board where he and a couple of friends were doing the Ouija board, right? And when they said that they were about to do it, he left. But his friends stayed and did it. And what happened was, while they were doing it, this was in some farmhouse where the people stayed during the summers and shit, right? And the people who own this land just recently bought this land from an old guy. And while they were doing the Ouija board, one of the girls' hair caught on fire because it got caught up in a candle, and yeah, it was really wild. And they put it out and they just burned the Ouija board and they never talked about it again. But come to find out that my teacher got in contact with them shortly after this happened, and he remembers this forever. He said, "This is why you do not fuck with the Ouija board." He told us that verbatim. And no. He said, "This is why you don't fuck with the Ouija board, right?" So apparently, the property was first owned by a couple back in the early 1900s whose daughter died. Guess how she died?
Playing with a Ouija board.
No, she was burned alive. She was burned alive, dog. And he was like, "No, I'm done. I'm done." And his friends burned that Ouija board. They never talk about it ever. Because she literally has a scar from that shit. It's one of the scariest stories I ever heard. And ever since then, I said, not doing it.
I use friends of mine and stuff, a little bit older than me. We're all at a cabin, all drinking, stuff like that. So I'll be honest, I can't accurately say it wasn't my mind playing tricks on me, so to speak. Yeah. But I don't think it was, because I don't think I was that drunk. But a buddy of mine, started fucking with the Ouija board and all that stuff, and all of a sudden, there's no fucking radio at all in the cabin, nothing. All of a sudden, fucking music starts coming out of nowhere. And I'm like, where the fuck is that coming from? And it's Latin music at that. And then all of a sudden, it goes from Latin music to static. and then from static it starts, and then just cuts off their silence.
Absolutely
And
not.
I don't know if somebody like was like one of the other friends was like hiding somewhere, like fucking with like all of us or whatever. But I'm like, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill all y'all because y'all fucking with me and like drinking and all that. Like I don't play with that shit. Like I can't do it. Like I believe in psychics and like all that shit. Like some people don't, but
Dude,
when
I'll
it
tell
came
you
to
right
that,
now,
I can't explain it because I'm like there was no radio. Like this is way back. This is like 2006. So this is like people still had flip phones and all that shit. So there wasn't like the technology like pull your Apple Music up, like start fucking with shit like YouTube and all. Like I don't know.
That's wild.
I still can't explain it. Like
bruh.
still talking about
We're
it.
gonna move on, but I have to tell one quick little nugget of paranormal activity that happened to me. I cannot explain this. I don't know how it happened. It just fucking happened. All right. So basically, I'm with my boys, and we're going to the state championship, right? And this is like, oh my god, it's like maybe 2010 or something, right? So it was me, and like I'm in 8th grade at that time. I have no reason to lie about this. This is 100% accurate. We're coming home. I was not high. I was not inebriated. I was perfectly. I don't do that shit. So I was with my boy Nick, and we're coming back from the state championship of our nearest high school, and we stop at this McDonald's. This is old rinky-dink McDonald's. It looks like it's about like from the 1970s. Like, dude, shit was old. It was really fucking old. One of the oldest McDonald's probably still in the state. And we get out, we go up in there, we order our food, we sit down, but we see this woman, right, on she's like, if I'm like right here, then like all the way in the back is where she was, right, all the way in the back of this room. And we're like eating our food, and I'm turned this way, and Nick is like, and my boy Nick is sitting across the table from me. And he was like, yo, bro, turn around. And like this old woman is like arguing with herself, right? And I'm like, this is crazy, right? And like, I'm thinking, yo, it's just a homeless person. And she's like, I need you to do this, but she has on a uniform. She has on like a McDonald's uniform. It's so fucking weird. And I'm like, why is she arguing with nobody? So she has like this trash bag in her hand, and she's like yelling out the door. Keep in mind, the where she's at is like where a door is at. So she's yelling out the door, but it's like straight up glass screens. You can see she's arguing clearly with nobody, right?
Wow.
And I'm like, she's just crazy, dude. And the guy who served us our food had went in the back to get some stuff apparently, and he comes back out and he's like, Miss, who are you, Miss, why do you have that on, Miss, what are you doing? And I'm like, and me and Nick are like, yo, this bitch doesn't work here, man. So then she's like talking. She's not even talking to him. She's just like, I don't know, but what they need to do is get me what I need. If they don't give me what I need, then I'm gone. And she just, I remember, I have a really good memory. I remember these words exactly. And the guy's like, ma'am, I need you to take that off, ma'am. That's not your uniform.
Oh, no.
The uniform and the uniform is like mad old. And the uniform is like mad old. It looks like some 1970s shit, right? Keep in mind, this is like December. This was not Halloween. There was no pranks going on.
Right.
And the guy's like, all right, fuck it. I'm just call the fucking police. And then she was like, hey, she has the door open, right? She's like, hey, yo, throw me some trash bags. I swear on my fucking life, you ask my boy Nick today. 3 trash bags flew into the fucking McDonald's, bro. I swear to God. I swear on my life. Out of nowhere. I would have
had to bounce on that.
Trash bag. No, we got our shit and was all right, bro. We got like, dude, I was done. And the guy at the counter was like, oh, shit. Like, he didn't know what the fuck to do. So I'm like, bro, I looked at him and I was like, yo, get out. And like she won't. No, dude. But the scariest part is keep in mind it's glass. We can see. She's screaming, and she like walks out, and she's like screaming at the top of her lungs. She walks out of the fucking thing, and she walks into the woods. And then after a couple seconds, we couldn't see her anymore, bro. I was done. I was fucking done. I said, no, I'm out.
Wow.
True fucking story, bro.
Oh
That
man,
is insane.
I'm done, man. That's why I don't fuck with horror movies. Shit like that happens in real life, and no, bro.
Hey, so
I would have just left my food and just like creeped
Dude,
out.
I took my nuggets and bounced, bro. I'm like, no, I'm out.
so Mike, I know you got to go in a minute. So do we want to? We're gonna wrap it up and do our top 7 overall, regardless of genre. So Mike, I'm gonna let you narrow down your list and give us your 7.
Man, my 7 of all, I'm gonna go with Shawshank Redemption. I'm gonna go with The Prestige. I'm gonna throw in Coming to America. I'm gonna throw in Casino Royale and Dark Knight.
Nice.
And
Okay.
I think that's 7. That sounds like 7.
Nice.
What you got, Q?
Okay, number 7, give me Full Metal Jacket. Number 6, give me Rush Hour 2. Number 5, let me get American Psycho. Number 4, let me get Fight Club. Number 3, let me get Pulp Fiction. Number 2, let me get Coming to America. That's funny as hell. And number 1, let me get Zodiac.
Okay.
Okay. Matt?
Nice. Okay. I got Field of Dreams, Coming to America. Yeah, I gotta go with that. I'm gonna go with Primal Fear. So I believe that's 3. Terminator 2. So that's 4. My list is all over the place, but I got a bunch of scribble on this paper, so you have to bear with me.
Good.
You good?
Yeah. I'll have to go with 5. I'm gonna go with I think I'm gonna go with The Departed, Untouchable 6, and Count of Monte Cristo.
Ooh, okay.
Dope.
Okay. Let's see. Number 1, Shawshank Redemption. 2, Goodfellas. 3, Coming to America. 4, I'll go The Departed. It's hard to narrow it. 5.
Ooh.
5, I do Wedding Crashers. 6, Time to Kill. And 7, I'll go with. I want to throw another action probably on there. Let me go with Lethal Weapon for 7.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's hard for me, man, because obviously, big film guy, and narrowing down to 7, that 7 you take with you and that's all you get. That's hard.
Word.
So,
I'm sorry, I'm still laughing from Q's story, and I'm
Dude, I swear, man.
crying and laughing at the same time because I'm like, that's funny, but that's scary. So I'm tripping over here, man.
I would have freaked the fuck out. I would have had to take something, man, because I would have been like, what the hell?
Dude, we didn't
I'm
talk
gonna die
in
in
the
a
car.
damn McDonald's and
Dude,
this
we
is
literally
this is
sat
the
in the
end for
car.
me.
We sat in the car just like this.
That's the kind of shit you and your boy you can't ever talk about again. It's
We
just
never
don't even
talk
bring
about
that
it
shit
ever
up.
again. We never
Yeah.
kiss. It's like the fucking I Know What You Did last summer. We never
Yeah.
talk about that shit ever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. Anybody got any closing thoughts before I throw out what the topic is for the people on Thursday?
Please subscribe. First and foremost, thank you for everyone who watched. Definitely, please subscribe on iTunes, Unquestionably Raw. You can follow us on our individual Twitters. You can see Matt's. Follow me on Twitter at QGotNoRings. Follow my boy Mike at Mike Skills. Follow Pete Toll, and Pete gonna give us the topic for next week.
Yeah. So we got Thursday. We're gonna do our live fantasy football draft. So we're looking to get started What time was it, Matt?
Man, what time? I'm. It's either gonna be 6:30. It'll either be 7:30 Eastern or 9:30 Eastern, depending on what's best for everybody, because I can always change it.
That's what I was wondering. I didn't know if you were going to change it to later.
I think we should. Is 8:30 good for people? Is 8:30 good for people? Is that too late?
I could do 8:30. I mean,
yeah.
Are you talking 8:30 Eastern?
Yeah, I'm on the East Coast. So.
Yeah. I can do 8:30 if everybody's good with 8:30. How's that for everybody else?
I can change the time.
And if I'm not there, I'll just set mine to automate. So I'll just
you get LaDainian Tomlinson and
LaDainian Classical Burst, and you get Jay Feely.
Oh man.
So we're going to do that on Thursday, and then the following week we're going to get started with our NBA season preview. So be on the lookout for that. And like you said, we are on iTunes now. It's Unquestionably Raw. You can find it. We also put together our own Twitter for the show, so go follow us there. Like the shows. You can also check us out, of course, on the YouTube channel. So subscribe to that, because all of the videos from now until the end of time, or whenever we don't feel like doing this shit anymore, will be on that page. So with that, we wrap up this week's show, and thanks everybody for joining. We will see you Thursday.